Hey, it's really good to see you again. Welcome back to AltWinCon. I figured today what we would do is we would take a tour of the arena, and I can show you kind of some tips and tricks on getting started and starting to learn your first spells and all that good stuff. I know you've probably already been in the arena, but there might be some little nooks and crannies and some tips that might help you get off to a good start. And if you've been around the arena for a while and maybe there is a tip, trick, a secret little place in the arena that I forget to mention in this tour, then why don't you go ahead and share that down in the comments. But the first thing I want to show you is a secret entrance into the arena. It's a secret keyboard shortcut, so check this out. All right, you made it in. That's awesome. So I'm going to give a tour of my favorite places around the arena, and I don't mean to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm sure you've been around. I'm sure you've been hanging out in here. So I'm just going to kind of share the places I end up going and maybe some little tips that might help you to speed up your growth and your learning process. And in addition to that, I'm going to show you how to acquire some of your first few spells as well. So this here is the lobby of the arena. So this here kind of cycles with some news, and over here it has some suggested ideas on different ways to play. I will point out that there's a lot of different ways and you can specialize in your magic. Just because I have a particular way I like to do magic doesn't mean that has to be your way. And so I encourage you to find out what you really like doing and to do that. But there are some cool things that they'll show up here that will help you to learn faster, as well as gain some cards and gain some free spells. For instance, one of those it's already highlighting here is the midweek magic. So every week from about the middle of Tuesday to about the middle of Thursday, that middle of the week, they will have a special free event that you can play, learn, get better at your magic, as well as you do earn some free prizes. I'll go into a lot of this in further detail next time we meet, where I talk about how to be a free-to-play magic user. And so you don't have to use your earthly money to grow your magic, but in order to do that, you kind of play with the events that the arena is putting on. That's what's going on here, kind of front and center. Across the top here are the different rooms or tabs that you can visit in the arena. So we are obviously here in the home screen. If you want to kind of see what's going on for yourself, then you come into here, and in here you can kind of customize your avatar and how you appear to others in the arena. Also in here you kind of see your ranking. And so in addition to just practicing your magic for fun, you can also compete. And so in competing, you can earn these different rankings. Each month they do reset the rankings somewhat, and so you have an opportunity every month to earn some free prizes from the arena. And so it could be just a stack of new spells. It could also be some arena-specific gold that you can earn. Also down here you have your collection. So this is basically tracking what spells you know and what spells there are still in the catalog to learn. And so you can see that these circles here are all the different discoveries of magic in the recent times since the arena has been built. And then you also have access to what we call mastery. And so mastery, again, are some free prizes that the arena gives you for your participation. For being a productive and valuable planeswalker participating in the arena, they're going to give you some free prizes. So you can access that set mastery from here. You can also access it from up here in the top tabs. So why don't we go there? So with set mastery, we have these two different tracks. So let's go to the beginning of the tracks here. So we have this regular mastery track here where you will automatically earn it. You don't have to invest anything. This is just something that the Coastal Wizards really want to encourage your regular participation in the arena. And so they're going to go ahead and offer you these free packs of spells that you can earn just by participating. And I'll talk about how you work your way up this track as well. Now, if you did want to participate at a higher level, then we do have the Mastery Pass that you can invest into. It uses in-game currency called gems, which you can kind of see up here. But you can earn gems without paying Earth money as well. So you can either pay Earth money to buy gems, or you can earn them, and we'll talk about that again next time we meet. But these are much more robust. By going on this path, you get much more robust level of rewards. You can see that this goes on and on and on, and there's a lot of cool things that you can earn. So definitely recommend kind of being a contributing member, and you'll get access to that. Coming back over here to the left, we have what's called decks. So what a deck is, really, it is just a collection of spells that you've committed to memory that you are going to bring into a 1v1 battle with another Planeswalker. And so since you can only memorize so much at one time, that's why we compile them as decks, and then you can be ready to go. This is what's really cool, is that you can memorize those spells that synergize with each other in a special way, and that is your strategy. That is your way to try and overcome the challenges that other Planeswalker is throwing at you. And so that is one thing that I'm really excited about, is the deck building process and picking spells that synergize in weird ways to find unconventional ways to win. That's my personal style. I'm sure you're going to find your personal style as well. But as we meet, what you're going to find is that I'm going to share with you these ideas on how to win weird ways. You can follow along with my personal journey of collecting those spells and that knowledge and building those decks. The next piece that we have here is called packs. And so packs are essentially bundles of spells that you have not yet harnessed. You've earned them, you've earned the right to them, but in this case, I just haven't opened these packs yet. And so there is a particular strategy that I am implementing with when and how I open packs, and I'm going to share that again next time we meet. And so if that's something where you want to make sure you're notified next time I'm in the arena, then I would really encourage you to subscribe to AltWinCon, and that way we can stay in communication. And then the next piece we have here is the store. And so this is where you can actually make purchases in the arena. Each day they will have a daily deal. It doesn't mean necessarily that you get something for free, although you typically will get something discounted. So sometimes it's just these cosmetic kind of flashy things. And then sometimes the daily deals are, in my opinion, very, very valuable. It could be exchanging a small amount of gold for a bigger amount of gold. It's basically free gold. Or a small amount of gems for a bigger amount of gems. Or maybe even if you have plenty of gold, you can exchange a small amount of gold for some gems. So I would pretty much check the store and the daily deals every day. If you're really into the flary stuff, you know, flashy cards and maybe a different avatar way to express yourself inside the arena, then you can go ahead and spend your in-arena currencies on that. Or, in my opinion, I'm going to save mine for the better deals. So that's the daily deals, but then down here on the bottom, you have all these other features. So, for instance, with the featured, you have like these bundles. You can outright buy gems with Earth currencies. And so, if you need gems for whatever you're trying to accomplish in the arena, you could come in here and use your Earth currency to accomplish that. Here you can buy packs. The cool thing about packs is you can buy packs from any different expansion or any different discovery of Magic that has happened in the recent history since the arena was built. These first few that are kind of in the white-ish color, white and gray, they are what is considered standard. And that is one way to play Magic, is following specific constraints called standard. Then all these ones that are in the orange here are in either Explorer mode or historic mode, which is another set of boundaries that is put on the arena. It limits the spells that you're allowed to use, but it can make for a different kind of challenge. You can purchase the packs for whatever set you want to learn the spells. And as we get into building decks and creating your strategy, in my case, the alternate win condition strategies, then you can start to make a plan for your spells even before you learn them. And so that is the journey and the process that I'm going to be bringing you on. Alternate win conditions that I want to be able to accomplish, but I don't yet have the cards. I don't yet have the knowledge. And so I'm going to be able to search out that knowledge from these different expansions, from these different moments of discovery within Magic. Here's where you can purchase different avatars. Avatars are just a way that you can represent yourself within the arena. Sleeves are basically covers for your spells, and so they are, again, another way to express yourself, as well as pets. And so pets join you in the arena when you're battling other planeswalkers, and they're really mainly there for show and, again, expression of your style. So you can choose those as well. All that is not necessary if you want to just battle and you just want to, take your skills and your spells into the arena. They're just ways that you can express your personality to that other planeswalker. Continuing across the top here, occasionally you're going to have these things called tokens. You might have jump-in tokens, you might have these draft tokens that I have. So these are ways that the arena basically says, hey, here's a gift, here's a prepaid entry into some kind of event in the arena, and so you can go ahead and use those. You can see here that I have 2 draft tokens that I plan on using to learn and grow in my Magic. I'm going to skip over this one for a second. Here we have my gold collection. So this is arena gold. This arena gold can be used to, again, purchase packs of spells or other cool things. And so I've been saving mine up for a while, and I'm going to be making a pretty big purchase here in the near future. So maybe I'll have you join me as I do that. In addition, another piece of currency in the arena is the gems. And gems can also be used to purchase things. They can also be used to purchase packs and learn spells. But they're also the primary piece of currency used to enter into events. And so that's kind of what I'm saving up for. I'm saving up gems for events, and I'm saving up gems for that bottom roll of the mastery that we looked at earlier. This is the mailbox, okay? So the one main thing that you're looking for here in the mailbox is every time a new major discovery is made in Magic, the arena is going to give you a few packs of spells to get you ready and get you up to speed, start the process at least. And so if you're looking for free packs, every time there's a new set, come in here, check your mailbox. So that is how you get access to the free packs now. It didn't always used to be that way. And so what I'd like to show you is there are some special codes or passwords that you can bring into the arena and get a bunch of free packs and free spells that were from expansions and discoveries in the past. What I'll do is I'll put a bunch of codes that I know about in the description of this video, so that way you can get a jump start on those. So here's what you'll do, is you'll come back over into the store and kind of ignore everything else, but up here in the upper right hand corner there is a redeem code. And this is if you're accessing the arena via a computer, a PC. If you're accessing it on a mobile device, then you'll actually go directly to the website of the Coastal Wizards, Wizards of the Coast, and enter in your codes that way. I find that it's easiest to do here on a computer. You just come up here to the redeem code and you'll type in the code. I don't know what the code will be. The word code is not a real one, but whatever one you're using, and again, I'm going to put a bunch of them down in the description for you, then you just type in the code, hit enter, and it will tell you that you've redeemed the code. In this case, that's not a real code, but you get the picture. So go ahead and check the description and enter that in and get a bunch of free stuff. You can also earn codes when you practice your Magic outside of the arena, when you are playing with real people on Earth with your paper cardboard Magic cards. If you do play that way and you go to like a pre-release event or things like that, you might get some codes that work in the arena as well, and so you can come here and enter them as well and get your free packs. This here they call the Codex of the Multiverse. This is just the basic tutorials that they have, and you've probably been through these, but if you do want refreshers on them, you can always come back to that. Now, what I want to point out here is then I've been bouncing around it, but this is what's called the Wildcard Collection. So this is going to be a key component for me and my strategy, as well as probably you, is that there's going to be times where you have a little bit of urgency on learning a specific spell. And in order to do that, you can use wildcards to handpick the spell you're going to learn at that very moment. My goal as a Planeswalker is to collect enough of these to build out those decks and to build out those win conditions that I'm working on. And so you'll be able to track my progress on this as well as your own. You can also see a little percentage down there near the bottom in orange called the vault percentage. So another way that the arena rewards you is that if you've learned the same spell multiple times, 4 or more, then it doesn't do you any good to continue to learn that same spell. And so after 4, if you've learned them, they will contribute to this vault percentage. And when it gets to 100%, it will give you some additional free wildcards. So wildcards are great, and we're going to go ahead and acquire those in our process here. So I don't mean to be long-winded, but let's go ahead and finish this off here. So down here across the bottom, we have the daily and the weekly quests. And so these are quests, again, that the arena and the coastal wizards are just trying to incentivize you to stick with it and to stay engaged in the arena. And so they'll give you free gold and free experience points. Those experience points here are going to go towards that mastery, which again are going to give you free prizes. So you can see here that I have a couple quests. I can hold 3 quests at any given time, and right now I have 2, so in about 9 hours I will get a fresh quest to work on. And the quests vary from giving you 750 gold and 500 experience, or 500 gold and 500 experience. And it tells you what you need to accomplish in the arena, in your battles with other planeswalkers, to be able to earn those rewards. One nice thing is that if you are trying to maximize your ability to get gold, again, to use the gold to buy packs and learn spells, then you do get 1 opportunity per day for 24 hours to recycle a quest. So I have not used that opportunity yet today, and I have this 500 quest, and I might want to attempt to upgrade my 500 gold quest to try and get a 750 gold quest. So all I do is I confirm that swap, and sure enough, I successfully swapped it, and it got a 750 instead of 500. So that's going to be great. It's just an extra little kick to my ability to learn spells. And then as I accomplish this, I've got 20 out of 25 to accomplish that goal. Once I hit the remaining 5, I will be rewarded with that. So here, this circle is tracking my daily wins. I haven't yet battled today in the arena, which I will do shortly. My goal is to get 4 wins in the arena every day, because that's where I'm going to earn a lot of the gold. I earned 250 gold for my first win, 100, 100, 100 for those first 4 wins. Then after that, it kind of alternates between winning a little bit of gold or maybe even a free spell. The next circle over to the right is my weekly wins. And for the first 15 wins in a week, the arena will reward me with 250 experience points, which really does add up, and it really does help in my mastery, which here's another way to make it to the mastery. And so those experience points are what moves me along my mastery. Every 1,000 experience points moves me to a different level on my mastery, earning those rewards. I know I've talked a lot about the nooks and crannies of the arena, and you probably already knew that. So thanks for bearing with me. A couple of little things, and then we'll get going here. But down here on the bottom, we have this play button. So in addition to these 3 that the arena is suggesting, this play button is going to give you access to all the different ways you can play and battle in the arena. If I come over here, I can switch which types I'm doing. So if I go to find match, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, because I make a choice and then I get to make another choice. I can go even deeper. So I have the play mode, which is a bit more casual. It's going to be people that are practicing and trying to learn, trying to get better at Magic, yes. But there's no ranking involved. You'll probably see a lot more variety. You'll probably see a lot more people that are willing to try different things. There's going to be some pretty good players there too. And so that's a way that you can kind of test your things out. So over here, under the play mode, I have a choice of playing best of 1, or I can play best 2 out of 3. Either one of those is going to give me choices for playing in standard, which again is a limit on which cards can be used. Alchemy, Historic, and Explorer. The last one here is called a bot match, and you probably already met Sparky.
I'm your Spark.
Sparky is an avatar meant to simulate the spark that we all have, and so it's a easy way to just practice and try things out and not worry about the outcome so much. So if you want to just experiment, Sparky is kind of like your test dummy that you get to try on. If I go to the left of play, there is ranked. Ranked is where you're playing against people that are competitive, people that are trying to do their best. They're bringing their best spells, they're bringing their best strategies into the arena, and if they win, they move up in the ranking. If they lose, they move down in the ranking. And so it's meant to really sift out and find who are the best of the best. So with ranked, you can choose the same formats: standard, alchemy, historic, and explorer. Again, they're just different ways to limit which spells are available and which spells are not. But just know that you're going to probably see a lot more competitive, and it's going to be a lot more of what is the best right now versus just what's fun to play. So it's a give and take. It depends on what you are trying to accomplish out of Magic. Then over here on the far right, we have Brawl. Brawl is a unique way to play where you're only allowed one of each spell. And you also choose a commander, a creature that is well known in the planes. They are legendary. And so you choose that creature as your commander, and you have access to them very early, no matter what. So that's my tour. Thanks so much for joining me. I know that you've probably been in a lot of those places, but hopefully I was able to give a little bit of insight on how you can use it to better yourself and to learn your Magic faster and more efficiently. Don't forget to check the description below, grab those codes and enter them up here where you can get the free packs. Next time we meet, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my strategy for getting these weird ways to win, my alt win cons. So I'm excited to be able to share that with you because it is, I think, a little bit different than what most of the Magic the Gathering gurus and the arena gurus are sharing right now. My strategy is going to be a little bit different. What I hope that does is to give you permission to find your own strategy, find your own way to enjoy your Magic. So when that is ready, I'll have the entrance to that right here. See you in the arena.